Hi everybody, it's Barbie at Nellie and Ruth Designs. Welcome back. Have another new challenge for the first week in October. And this challenge that I am doing, it's called Fall into Cuteness. Although this isn't really all that cute. Some people would think it's cute if you have a odd sense of humor. But this is put on by at Callie Crafty Pam and PM Adams on Instagram. And if you don't follow Callie Crafty Pam, she's got some really, really fun. She does a lot of collage art. So week one it's October. It runs October 1st through the 8th, and the prompt is pumpkins and acorns. So I thought I'd get a little wiggy going on here. One of my favorite songs is called Spooky. And if you're not familiar with it, I think Spooky was written back in the 60s, early 70s. But the one line is, "Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you." So I want to use this in my collage. So I'm going to cut this out straight away. And we're going to set this aside. And I just thought this would be, October can be cute. It can be scary. It can be crazy. It can be wiggy. It can be whatever you want it to be. And I just thought that this, whenever I'm working with a pumpkin, other than Charlie Brown, the great, what's the cartoon? The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. That's kind of cute. But to me, October is fallish, fun, scary, spooky, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go with the odd. You can see here I have a vintage pattern girl, and she has no head. So we're going to give her a head. And then I have these two little girls that are cute, but they're kind of creepy in the same time. They remind me of the little girls in The Shining. So we're going to use those. I have some heart paper. I have a piece of parchment paper that was in my oven, and I had it on my baking rack, and I had it for a dripping pie, I think, and it made these marks. So I didn't throw it away. I thought it was really cool. And then I have some trees that I want to incorporate because fall, you have a lot of evergreens, and this looks like an acorn tree. And then I have some pine cones that I'm going to use in a different way. Then I have this pumpkin, which is kind of cute because it has cute little eyelashes on it. And then I have two little acorns here, and I have this set of acorns here. So we're going to incorporate all of this into a collage. And I'm also, because I want a little bit more color, I may use this. We will see. But I'm going to use one of my bigger index cards for this collage. I like working with a larger, I think this is I think it's bigger than 4x6. Let me get the measurements. But I just like working with larger pieces. This is 8. Yeah, this is 5x8. And all of these collages are going to be going into an old scrapbook. I'm not going to put them in a junk journal or anything like that. So I'm going to move these aside. And I'm going to doctor this up a little bit. I have my aged mahogany. And I have a Tim Holtz. This is his entomology stamping series. And I'm going to use this just to stamp some of this background here. And I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper. And I guess I'm going to use this. Just so I'm going to stamp. Just want to get a little bit of writing on this here. I'll do the same thing with this one. Okay, that's good. Das ist gut. So we're going to put that over there. I have this. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on. Then I'm going to cut around the card. Instead of cutting the card and fitting it on, I think I'll do that. This I'm just going to put in the middle so we can get this down straight away. And I don't know if I'm going to sew around this. I have been stitching around all of my pieces, but again, I can decide afterwards, after I get it done, if I want to stitch around it. I guess that's kind of even. I have a feeling that we had a debacle at our office with the car keys and the cars at work, and I had to bring car keys down to my son because the car that he drove to work today came home for lunch, and for some reason he left his car keys at his house. My other son needed a ride home. He needed keys, and my neighbor was coming to the house to get some banana bread. Her brother and sister-in-law are coming for a 2-day stay, so I gifted her some banana bread. I have a feeling my son's going to come over here and yell at me. Yeah, he's here. All right. Okay, so we're going to take care of that. Okay. Well, he didn't yell at me, but he told me about a sale at the grocery store, so that was a good thing. Okay, so here's my background. All right, and I was thinking about putting these trees because it is fall. And I thought of putting some trees on here. So I think I'm going to just put a strip down the center of each one, because then that way, if there's something I want to tuck underneath, I'll have the room to do that. Because I really don't know what direction I'm going to go in this. With this. And if I decide to stitch around this, there'll be, there won't be too much glue around it all. All right, so there's the trees. Now, I want to put my gal. I think I'm going to put my gal right here. Doesn't matter if that goes like that. All right, so I just want to make sure I have enough room. This, I don't know if I'm going to, I don't know. I may take little pieces of that. We'll see. So we have the trees in the background. So I'm just going to, I'm going to put her right on. So I'm really enjoying these challenges because it's just something, you know, normally I don't do. And it's just nice to just do something different. Not everyone makes junk journals. You can do something like this for your junk journal. Let's get this distressed up a little bit. So this is our little head here. She's going to be a little spooky pumpkin girl. And it's just something out of the norm. There we go. And then we are going to take this, and this is where I should have done this first, because I have to cut this, and I should have done it. I should have done it prior. And I guess I will just make this. That's pretty good, isn't it? Because I want her to have a pine cone. I want her to have a pine cone skirt. And then I can put that other. So I'm going to get this on here like this. I'm even wondering if maybe I shouldn't put a little bit of I could put a little tiny bit of gold around this. So I think I will get, this is my little buff. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this set as one. I think you know what I'm talking about here. So we are going to get this. I'm going to get a little dab of, just like Brill Cream, a little dab will do ya. Get that glued on there. And then I can take this. Let's see here. And I'm going to get that right there like that. Just to kind of hold that in place there. Okay. And that's going to be her, skirt. So we're going to take this little gold accent, and then I'm probably going to have to go wash my hands after, because this top is not, this is pretty. Just take some of this off. Let me take some of this off, because this cap, I think what I'm going to have to do here, that cap is useless, so I'm going to throw that right away. Let's see if I can get any out of here. It's probably dried up, huh? I don't know what happened to my cap. There we go. Yeah, this may have to take a hot water bath, because that is just, and this is going to be the top of her. We will dress this up a little bit. I didn't really like, when I bought this, I've seen other girls use gold, but I didn't really like this one. And I wanted to get a new one. I just don't think this is, I guess, light enough, sparkly enough, glittery enough. It's kind of a dull, drab, bronzy gold. And I want more of a bright, shiny gold. And I think that will be, I think this will be fine. The only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some on here. So it looks like she has there's a little pleat. Not necessarily a pleat, but some other, I don't want to say definition, but other dimension to her dress, her skirt. Okay. All right. I am going to go wash my hands real quick, and I will be right back. Okay. So I got my fingers washed for the most part. This doesn't always come off the best. Okay. So we added a little bit of sparkle to this. So we're going to get this on here. We're going to glue this right on. There we go. Okay. All righty, there we go. Okay, so there is, I don't want to use that. I want to use my paper towel here, because I don't want to get, there we go. There we go. Let's get her elbows out over top of her little skirt. This one too. Maybe not. she's clear. Okay, all right. All right, so there's that. Okay, now, we can't forget these two little, these are her two little, girls. And I still would like to get a little bit of color in here. Maybe on each. We're going to do it like this to start. That there. Let me get this on here. All right, let me get that cut off. I just think it needs a little bit more color, a little different color. Okay. And maybe I'll just add, maybe I won't add. Let's work with the bottom here. All right, and then I'm going to get my acorn. This seems kind of big. Maybe I can cut. Let's do this. Let me cut this one out here. Little acorn there. And then we have the little girls here. We're going to put her, these are her little children. Okay. These are two little, let's say these are two little. I'm going to leave their little, faces on here. This one, I'm going to cut her bow off before it gets too. We are going to cut her little bow right off. There. And then we're going to add these little acorns for their little heads. I know it's kind of gruesome, isn't it? All right. But we are talking spooky, aren't we? We are talking spooky. Sick. Just sick, Barbie. Just sick, sick, sick. There. Okay, there's our little acorn girls with their pumpkin mama. With their pumpkin mama. So there's our acorns. I'm not going to use that one. And then we have our Love is Kind of Crazy. with a spooky little girl like you. So we're going to put this up here. And no, I'm not a singer. I couldn't carry a tune if I put it in a bread basket. But man, I'll tell you, when I'm on my mower and I have my headphones on, I can sing then. I can sing like it's nobody's business. Because nobody can hear me. I can't hear myself. I am out in the back 40, having a ball. I'm going to put this just like this. There. Okay, and I think I might add just a little tiny bit up here. We will add a little something right here. Okay? Right there, just like that. There. So there is my, let's get all this out of the way so we don't see it. Here is my collage for Callie Crafty Pam and PM Adams, Fall into Cuteness. This is week 1. And I think I may stitch around this. So I am going to step aside. I'm going to do a little stitching and I will come back and show you what a difference that makes. All right, so I stitched around it and you'll notice that I didn't stitch around the entire way. I broke the stitching because I didn't want to stitch across the little girl's feet and I only stitched up here. I kind of like that. You don't have to stitch all the way around, and I love doing the zigzag with the straight stitch. So you can see the difference as to how it looks when you do some stitching on it. But I think this is a really fun prompt. So this is the first prompt, Pumpkins and Acorns, and I will put everything in the description. So if you... I just had to look at this again. I thought, oh my goodness, if I put that down incorrectly, I don't know what I would do. But if you want to join in on this challenge, it's just fun. I've joined 2 for the month of October, and I'm having a ball with it all. So check my Instagram out. I'll be making posts on there as well. And I'd love to have you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment because I love hearing from all my subbies. And as you know, for those who comment, I always respond. And I love to chat with you all. So thank you. Thanks for joining in. And I really appreciate your support. So I will see you in my next video. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.